You're watching ABC4 News.
Welcome back, everybody. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. Intermountain Primary Children's Hospital focusing on bringing awareness to our community and, most importantly, protecting Utah children. Dr. Chris Campbell is a child abuse pediatrician at University of Utah Health and Intermountain Primary Children's Hospital. Chris, thanks so much for joining us today. This is always a very important topic, especially this month. But first, let's talk about the past year. Reported cases of child abuse have plummeted during the pandemic. So kind of explain what happened there.
Well, so we don't really know yet, but what we do know is that right as the pandemic was opening up, we saw cases being referred to Child Protective Services plummet by 20 to 70% across the country. What we don't understand is whether that means that more protective factors were available to children in the homes, or what I think concerns us more is that there's a hidden epidemic of child abuse that just hasn't been recognized or reported to people who can help these kids out during that time.
Such a scary thought over a very turbulent year that our youngest could be dealing with something like this. So what do all of us need to do now as a community to help protect our children?
Well, I mean, I think it's important for people to recognize that when you see abuse, when you see those very young children who might have bruises or children who are being maltreated, we do need to make that outreach to our state agency, to Utah's Division of Child and Family Services, so that they can make interventions and keep those kids safe. But that's not enough, right? We need to work together as a community, and I want people to think about things that they could do with families they know are stressed, with families they know are struggling with their parenting, so that if you see that person in that person in the grocery line who might be angry or upset or frustrated or having a bad day, what could you do to stay, you know, hey, do you need a break? Can I help you out? Could you take a neighbor's kids to the park? Once we're all vaccinated, is there a way for us to get together safely and make sure that we've got that community support around the children and families that need it most?
I love this, a plan beyond just the reporting the abuse. You know, sometimes it can be uncomfortable for those of us who might be seeing something that is going on in front of us. We don't want to report it to someone. We don't want to feel like we've caused a problem. Can you just talk about how all of us need to kind of look beyond that and take this as our responsibility to help?
Yeah, so I think, again, recognizing that we do all have a role in this community to really help the children most in need. And I think that taking that extra step for those children is important. If we do need to make that call to DCFS, though, you need to know that it's safe, that it's anonymous. Families aren't told, and they do make a really good effort in our state to do that outreach and to help children. That said, it is hard, it can feel stigmatizing, but about 1 in 3 children before they reach 18 is investigated for concerns of child abuse and neglect in our country by the time they turn 18. And so I think it's important for us to also recognize it's not rare and it's not stigmatizing, and we all need to do our work to help children who may be experiencing maltreatment in our country.
Let's talk about what you guys are doing in honor of April's Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Right. Well, first of all, I think we're making a lot of effort to remind people that this is something that's out there in our community. We just don't like talking about it because we're so uncomfortable with it. But we need to recognize that these kids are out there and they need our help, and we can help them recover. And we can also help families learn how to parent well. The hospital itself always puts out, along with our Children's Justice Centers and Prevent Child Abuse Utah and other groups around the state, we put up these blue and silver pinwheels, which are a reflection of childhood, which are a reflection of things that can really improve the mood of everyone around us, but it's also to raise awareness. And so when you see those out in the yards during our windstorms blowing around, recognize that they're fun and beautiful, but also recognize that they're really trying to raise awareness about child abuse.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate all that you do for our community. We do want to remind everyone at home, resources, information waiting for you online at abc4.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming